know why I feel this way. Every day I wanna run away. I think I'll go back to that place I stay. Play on the server the TimeShot way.
Hello people, it's Poet and we're back on TimeShot. And again we are at, wait, hold on. The sun is setting, which means I am actually gonna run upstairs, jump into bed, and make it day again, because I don't know, I just feel like it being day and not night. I just logged into the server and it's kind of depressing if it's right away nighttime, I think. So I'm gonna just sit in bed here for a second, snore whistle, and it is day. Alright, so we're back, and this episode again is going to be I decided finally that I would post the last episode that you guys saw. No, wait. By now... No, okay, right. I got this straight. I got this straight in my head. So I'll try to convey what's in my brain to my mouth, and that's very difficult sometimes. But I decided, based on what I said the last episode that I recorded, not the last episode, like the... Oh, God, I know what it means in my head, because certain orders happened in the real world that didn't happen here. No, wait. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is, I decided last episode that you guys saw to post that episode. The one that you guys saw. Which means that I skipped ahead by 2. Which means that I'll have to go back to 2 after this episode is posted. But the reason I did that is because the world download, the map download for TimeShot, should be out today. I really hope that it is. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, it will be out today, or hopefully very shortly after you watch this, or whenever. But really, it'll be soon if it isn't out. Either way, the world download is there. Check it out on the Reddit. We're going to bring people again to the Reddit to download that. There will be a link at the top that says, like, world download, May 26th, or whatever date it is. And that will be that. Now, the reason that I'm going to go back to 2 is because I recorded with Huck, and I recorded with Jake. I explained this last episode that I was kind of on the fence about it, but now I'm for sure doing it, is going back. I'll have to go back and post those, because I'm definitely wanting to post them. I think that I know that Jake is posting his, and I know that Huck probably is going to post his as well. I can't see them, for whatever reason, stopping. But... Alright, actually I'm going to take that with me. I've decided on something here. But, yeah, I'm going to go back and post those after. So you'll see things that are done in this world that aren't done in theirs. Because I know for a fact, like in the Jake episode, I came down the stairs here and I showed him this a little bit just to show him the progress. And these rooms weren't done. Since then, I've dug this room out, the same size as that one that's finished right there. So this is done. Well, not done, but it's at least a giant hole that we can start filling with good things, names and stuff. And same with this on the other side. It's completely done as well. This didn't take me too long, and actually I don't think my pick broke. I've been using this Unbreaking 3, and I was able to dig out those 2 rooms, this one and this one, plus a few other little mining operations here and there. And it's been going strong. Huck and I, we were on last night. It was really late, like 2:30. I shouldn't have been building, and this happened. Look at my death count. It's getting worse and worse. I think I died twice. I know I died on camera when I was at Fabe's. I think that was number 7, if I'm not mistaken. And 8, I was actually up on my tower and I fell off. And I'm going to show you guys that, because I don't think I've shown you that in any of the things yet. But here we go. This is the finished room. I finished the floor, which I think looks pretty good. I like the contrast of the oak and the inset stone bricks. I just like the way that that looks. And I finished the back wall as well. Looks pretty good. I hate the sounds. I hate the fact that we can hear the slimes. I'm going to have to figure that out somehow. Maybe he's in a cave. If there's a cave above me somehow, which would be very unlikely, but at the same time, there's enough blocks above me that it could be, possibly. Although he's probably just up in the water. We'll figure that out. But in this episode, since this room is done, and the reason that I'm posting this before the previous two is because I finally wanted to put the names up. I wanted this done before the world download. So like I said, you guys are going to get the world download today, if it's not out already, or possibly tomorrow if there's some weird circumstance like my internet goes down or, you know, whatever happens, something catastrophic happens, the world ends. It won't happen that day, but it will. It should. So with that said, I wanted to get this done now, and I don't really know the order. I guess what I'll do is just start here and kind of work my way around. I did kind of do a weird sorting on the list, but it doesn't really matter. I think I sorted it by donation amount so that I could quickly see how many resources I need, and that's why I just kind of grabbed this. So here's kind of how I have it set, and I'm actually gonna make a little monument to this effect, but let's just grab this. Okay, you know what? Before I do any of this, that slime has got to die because it is so irritating, and I'm gonna have to finish the rest of this room eventually so I can. Eh? Eh? What? Did it just despawn? Oh, it's down. Where? Where is it? Where is this slime? There he is. Hello, little guy, big guy. Little guy, big guy. Die, 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 die. Shinit! You must die. There we go. So, now that our mind is calm, peaceful, serene, we can now sort this out. Now, the way that I've been trying to think of the different amounts. So I got these 4 colors right here. I was thinking of maybe lapis. I was thinking of maybe even redstone blocks. But I think we're going to keep it simple to the precious metals, the precious gems. So we got, of course, iron would be the low bracket. We got gold. We got diamond, and I think the highest one, because it's the rarest, is emerald. Alright? So we got all 3 of those. Now we got to figure out amounts. Obviously this one's going to be from $0. Well, you don't get a name on a plate if you donate only 0, but $1 or higher, I think I said, or no, $2, whatever it says in my description, gets the iron, all the way up to I think 50, and then anything higher than 50 gets this, and then $100 gets diamond, and I think $200 and higher gets emerald, which is extremely rare. And even so, I have only two emerald blocks. I'd have to, if someone donated a lot, I'd have to scramble really hard to find emerald, but I guess I'd do it. So I'm just going to put this sign here. So basically 0 to, say, $50. And this is like plus or minus 5. So if you donate, 55, I think it's still basically an iron amount. Just because, that's standard deviation. This would be from basically 50 to 100, And again, that's plus or minus 5. So if you donate like 105, you'll get in this. Diamond will be 100 to 200. And then this one's, of course, 200 plus. Same goes for the Amazon shop if the item was worth whatever amounts. Like I know that I've put some headphones on there because my headphones right now are dying. I really hope that they don't die because it's basically what I used to record with. But I put basically the same headphones that I'm using right now on there, and I think they were over $200. So that person would get emerald, for example. If you buy the bowl set or something, which I think is much less than $50, it would be iron, and so on. So that's kind of the rule that I'm going to be using. And so I think we're going to go along here. I'm just going to hold on a sec. I got the piece of paper in front of me. I don't know why I'm not doing this digitally, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 of them, I think. Yeah. So I'm going to... You know what? I just went back on my plus or minus 5 thing in my counting. It just makes sense. You know what? If you donated $50, you get gold. If you donated $51, you get gold. If you donated $52, you get gold. If you donate $49, you're there. So the signs should actually read -1. So like, you know, this will be 0 to 49. And then 50 to 99 would make more sense. This makes more sense to me. It's more fair, I think. Mind you, if someone donates like... Why would someone donate 99 when 100 would get them diamond? But, you know, whatever. It's their choice. And then 100 to 199. 100 to 199. And then that sign stays the same. So that's much better, and that's easier for me to figure out. And I'm just going to keep those there for now. Like I said, I was going to build a monument to them, and I might do that down the hallway a little bit. This hallway is going to link up with my house, if you don't remember. Or maybe I never mentioned it. But before it gets to this point, I might build a little tiny room with like maybe a little monument to these things. And it'll also serve as a reminder to me. So let's see. I think I counted 16, but we're just going to go through them one by one. So here's an iron block. Hold on. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, here you go. I got it in front of me. Oh man, this is... Why did I print... I printed it out, and it's like the tiniest font in the entire universe. Shrunk it, even though it's like 3/4 of this paper is not used up. Why is it this small? But okay, here we go. And these are not by date. They are just kind of randomly sorted by the amount. So let's see. This was $2. No, wait. I'll do the name first, which makes sense. So Caleb R. And again, if you don't want... If you know that that's you, for example, and you want the sign to say something a little bit different, just send me a PM, like a direct message on YouTube. And just say like, hey, I was Caleb. Can you please make it say this instead? And also put the email that you used for PayPal so that I know that it's actually you. I don't want some random Caleb coming along and saying like, yeah, my name was Caleb, and I would like you to put I'm a butt $2, and it doesn't turn out to be the same guy. So. I know what his email is. I know what all the emails are. I have that on the printed sheet as well. So just let me know if you don't want it. Okay, this one is kind of funny. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Salazar. And it's funny because the Salazar left a note, if I could spit it out, and it said, I I was reading, and as I read the name, I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and I read the note, and it said in brackets 5 because you don't have to, so that you don't have to count or something like that. And I kind of got a chuckle out of it because I was totally failing in in counting it. This one's from Jakarta, and I may pronounce some of these names wrong. I think I got that one right, but I'm just saying, down the road, there's a high probability that I'll pronounce a name incorrectly. And I apologize, of course. Oops, there we go. I'd get the name right eventually. Your last name starts with a D. This is $3. Thank you very much. Okay, putting this in there. And this one is from Andrewla. I don't care if that's not the name you want there. I am putting that there because I find it hilarious. He was in a stream, and we said it was like Angela, except Andrew, and I don't know. It was the whole thing was funny. You really had to be there. It was on Liam's stream. I recognized the email and right away threw up that name instead. I had to do it. It just had to happen. Okay, so this one is Karate Ninja Man. Karate Ninja Man. The Mighty Warrior. Karate Ninja Man. $5. Thank you very much. Next one up is Alexander M. And that one is $5. If I make any mistakes, if you notice that I put a typo or something, because I'm trying to read off the paper, and I'm placing the blocks, and I'm placing the sign, and I'm worrying about typing, and or maybe you notice that I made a mistake somewhere else, then just let me know. Like if I get the value wrong, the price wrong. This is Riley S. And $5. There we go. Thank you very much. Next up, Cookie Monster. Wow, okay. The Cookie Monster apparently donated to me. I think they said it's from the Cookie Monster. I'm not sure if that's the name they wanted on there or not, but that's what I'm putting. If you want that changed, you let me know. Cookie Monster. Let's see. Tomer. Long-time watcher. I noticed. I first ran into Tomer when I was on the old Dinosaur World public server, and he had recreated my Dilophosaur world, which I thought was really, really awesome. So that I remember his name distinctly from. Thank you very much. He was also the first one to donate. When I started this whole room, he was the very, 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 very first donor. In fact, I'd almost, you know what? I'd almost be inclined to give him a gold block just because he was the first. Which is kind of a little bit more important than... Well, I'm not saying it's more important, but it's a little bit more special because it's the first. And that's really the only reason he's got the gold. So thank you very much, Tomer. Next up, we've got... This is an educated guess. Now, I could be very, very wrong. I'm going to be putting down the name Ryan P. But the person whose name is on it is Marianne. I think it's meant to be Ryan, though. And I'm just going to use that as an educated guess. $10. Thank you so much. If that's wrong, let me know. I just kind of made a guess because my viewership is generally younger, and I think the kid's name is Ryan. So there you go, both Ryan and Marianne. This one is from Kevin. Oops, yeah, Kevin. You? No, you. And that one is a 10. Thank you so much. This guy. think. Oh, I say this guy. I look down at the paper, and wouldn't you know it, this is Christine. I apologize, Christine. There we go. Christine donated $15. Thank you so much. Yeah? We got slimes coming down here? Hold on a second. Are they down there or are they up? I can't really tell. I just don't like the noise. Hold on. Christine gets to sit in people's memories for a second here because I want to go slime hunting. They're just the most irritating thing in the universe. I have to figure out a way to destroy all of the slimes in this world. And I know that if I made it just one block deeper, like those guys will make some noise for a little bit, but then they'll all drown and then I'll be happy and that'll be the end of it. So that's that. Alright, so next on the list. And keep in mind that because I'm doing this kind of based on value, it won't always be like that. It'll usually just, as they come in, I'll do it. This is just the way that I had it sorted on my paper. So rather than mixing it up, I'm going to just do it based on the price, unfortunately. But this one's from Paranormal Mike, a.k.a. Paramore Mike. But he knows that I call him Paranormal, which he really is. So there's $20. Thank you so much, Mike. Next up, we got... Alright, here we go. What are we at now? Where am I? Where am I pricing? There it is. Okay. Yes. This is from Bone DVM, I believe. Thanks so much, girl. I appreciate it. Bone DVM. And I say girl because that's also an educated, based on the name that I was not allowed to say. But thank you so much. $30. Appreciate it. Next up is, all I'm putting here so far is, actually I'll put Oscar C. This was kind of a special donation made on his behalf. Thank you so much, Oscar, and the person who donated, who wanted all the credit to go to his brother, Oscar. So thank you so much. $30. Next up, Suicidal. Oops, Suicidal Monkey. And the amount... Oops, I messed up already because this is $50. Thank you very much. This has to change. And we are now onto the gold blocks. Thank you so much, Suicidal Monkey, a.k.a. Liam. Not the Liam that's on the server, but a Suicidal Monkey. Next up is another gold. And the name I'm putting is Jordy. And the amount is 50. Thank you so much. Man, this is... I'm so choked up and blown away and just... It's so amazing, you guys. It's incredible. Next up, gold as well. And this is Thomas M. I'm going to assume that's a name you'll want on there. Let me know if not. I don't think that there was really a note to the effect of what the name should be, but this was actually 2 donations combined. There was actually another one that was 2 donations combined as well. And I think that one was maybe by Angela, I think, to $3. So thanks for the double donations. If you do double donate, like Thomas did, was so kind as to actually come and tell me that he had double donated. So I actually, when I was looking at the sheet, the printout, I was able to see, you know, oh, that guy donated before, so I can add it up. And same as, like, if anybody in this room Anybody whose name I've mentioned already, you know that you're one of the first donators. And you donate again, I'll just come back here, let me know, send me a message, leave a note on the PayPal thing. And, like, for example, if Zakara comes back and says, like, hey, man, I just donated another $2, then I'll come back here and I'll change the sign to say $4. I can do the math. Now, this one actually skips diamond altogether. We didn't even need any diamond. This one is a very special one. I'm putting it in the core donor room. This is the first donor room, and I decided pretty late that I was going to do everybody from April and from May up to basically the day of me putting this in. So we got one just 2 days ago, I believe it was now, as of this recording. So when you see it, it'll be like 4 days, I guess, something like that. But this one was pretty special, and it's from, this probably isn't the name you want, but I was looking for, I think you sent me a tweet, and I was looking for it. I couldn't find it. If there was a different name that you go by, let me know again. Bethany A is all that I'll put there. And this one is $250. And that one gets, that should almost get like 2 emerald blocks. It meant so much. I actually just got a really high water bill. My water bill, as you guys know, my frozen pipes in my house affected me in the winter. I got the water bill was $700 when my normal water bill is like $100, not even $100, and that definitely went towards helping to pay that off. So that's so appreciated. Now, like I did say, I will be calculating the entire total cost of all of these, and 50% of it, 50% of everything donated in here is going to go to charity. So that's $50 between the two there, and that's $125 right there. So 175 and then 50 and then math. I don't know. It's like over $200 that we'll be donating to charity just from this one room alone. So that's really cool. Now, I don't really have, unfortunately, this room I think is going to be my, no, you know what? This room here, I'll make it this room here, is going to be my Amazon room. The room where people who donate on my Amazon wish list, again, you can leave notes and stuff on Amazon as well. Just leave me your username and so on. What I'll do is put you in this room as well. This is kind of the special room. It's probably going to be empty for a while because I don't think a lot of people look at that Amazon wish list, but there's going to be one in here for sure. And that's an iron block. I'm just going to do this for now. This is very temporary, obviously. But this is from Squidgy, and he got me the scissors. So because it's kind of a thing that we do, I know what it means. That's how you say razor blades in Australian. Rise up lights. So he got me the scissors, and he left me a note, and he said, I want you to think of me when you cut stuff up. I thought it was perfect. So he gets the special Rise Up Lights achievement. So thank you guys so much. I mean, literally, even for the ones that are $2, could be $1, I still, every time I get, I have them come right to my phone when I get them. And I literally stop everything I'm doing and just take a moment to just appreciate every single thing that you guys do for me. It makes everything worthwhile. Just incredible what you guys do. It leaves me speechless, and I'm not the type who really can remain speechless. It really makes me speechless. Like, What do I even say? What do I do? That room is my homage to you guys. I'm going to pay homage that way, and you guys can now see your names in your iron, gold, and emerald, this case, when the world download happens. So thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. If you are late to the party, don't worry. Your name will still go on a plaque. Not in the first room, but we're going to start going into that room there and then into that room there slowly as new donations come in. And feel free, you want to be first in that other room, donate now. 50% goes to charity. So this has been a very special episode for me. What I'm going to do is actually show you what I've been working on, and I might fix it a little bit. I might fix it a little bit on camera. I'm going to end the episode fairly soon, but I just at least want to show you guys kind of what I've been working on before you download the world. Actually, I'll just take... Yeah, I'll take both. I'll take both! Now, the nether portals are really messing up. I apologize if you were on the world download and you wanted it to work a little bit better. I had to get rid of my one nether portal going to the tower, which is where we're going, because it was actually screwing up the main portal, and it has everything to do this portal down there. So actually, I'm gonna actually wall it up right now. Chicken, you don't want to go down there right now. Whatever, he'll be there for a while. So I'm gonna wall it up, and that's depressing. Alright, come on, chicken. Come on. There you go. I'm just gonna put a note here. Let's see. Portal down here. Out of order. There we go. And I'll put like, because it still isn't really clear that it's like down there. No, wrong way the arrow should go. Let me make it a little bit clearer. I'll go like this, and then I'll just go like that. Down there. Portal down here, out of order. Okay? So if you download the world, unfortunately, it broke the portal, and like I was trying to say, even Fabe's portal, he doesn't really have an official portal up here, I think. I wouldn't know where it is. But his for some reason links up with MK and Sigils. So there's a few little bugs in our portal system. We're going to be completely redesigning this nether hub fairly soon, in the coming couple months probably. And I'm even thinking, like, as much as we've worked on these different hallways, and as much as Code's hallway is really awesome, I'm kind of thinking, you know what, it would work so much better if this portal were down below, and we weren't way up at bedrock. Because if I dig, we're at bedrock. Like, there it is. We have no room to grow, and I think that limits us a lot. So I'd like to rebuild this whole hub and do it several blocks lower. But we'll see. We're going to have a meeting about that. We do have a TimeShot meeting. We have monthly meetings, and I put it on the agenda, put it on the docket, if you will, to talk about. But there's the thing that I wanted to show you right away. This is still a work in progress. It's only 1/3 of the tower, and that's basically all you're gonna get for the world download. But I'm gonna fix the roof, because the roof I decided to use half slabs. And as a result, it kind of made it look like it doesn't have a roof. Like, you wouldn't know that it was more than that one block high. And I want it more steepled, I think. So I'm gonna, not steepled, what's the, coned? I want it more, you know, coned. So code, and I think Liam said he was also going to work on it, but I think Code did the majority of the work, if not all the work, on making this walkway come around here. I was going to make it come behind the house, following this little path here, but I think Fabe is wanting to build behind there a little bit, build his spawn house like right here. So, and Code wanted a pathway to his house. He didn't have one otherwise. So we decided that we were going to make it come around this away. Oh, and obviously I've forgotten to mention this huge river that's now here. I put this river in. I think that it adds quite a bit, and then Code came along and kind of added a little bit of depth to it. He said he dug out the middle of it just to kind of make it look a little bit more carved, a little bit more realistic, which I really, really like. I put this tiny little trail. I need gravel to finish it off, but I don't have any. Just kind of to see the trail. It looks kind of cool. I like it, even though it's a river that travels in two different directions. Pay no mind to that. What I could do, I could fix that, really, if I was so inclined. It wouldn't be difficult either. Is to basically just make it all this. No, it still wouldn't work, because, yeah, never mind. Never mind. Can't fix it. But I think that it adds quite a bit, and you'll see a lot more. I'm going to head to the tower now. So this all isn't there in the episodes that you're going to see basically coming after this. I think the bridge was basically done. Basically, keep saying that word. But I think it was done. If not, here it is. Chose the magenta blocks. Can't remember what I've shown and haven't shown. This, though, the tower up to there took me about a day just to gather the resources and get the idea mocked up for the size. Doing this bottom cup part took me another couple days, a day or two, just kind of to mock up properly. And then this top half is what I did yesterday, last night, where I got that 8th death. I was putting on the roof, and I swear I was holding shift. I was holding shift like I always do, right over top of a half slab like this, and all of a sudden, just whoop, I fell. As I fell, it was such a long fall that I actually had time to like contemplate life and think about it. Like, oh, this is gonna suck. You know, and I wonder if that's really, it's kind of a morbid topic, but I wonder if that's really what, like, if you were falling from an airplane and your parachute wasn't working, I think you got a lot more time to think about it from there. But let's say you're working on a building or something, a skyscraper, you're one of the repairmen, window cleaner or something, and your cables give out and you fall. Maybe that's the same kind of thoughts that you have. I don't know. It's just a weird, morbid thing to think about, but at the same time, I'm kind of interested in it. Like, as I was falling, here I was thinking to myself, like, oh, this sucks. Because it was, and it wasn't, the way I say it, it sounds so, like, I don't know, what's the word? Nonchalant? No, just kind of indifferent. But really, it was like my heart stopped. And then I had that moment like, oh my god. Hits the ground, dies. It was, terrible. I got all this. You know what? I'm going to make myself, not out of diamond, but out of wood. Going to make myself at least an iron. I'll make a couple. Why I always do it in reverse. Make a couple axes. There we go. Well, yeah, that's kind of a morbid thing to say or even talk about, but that's kind of, this is one of the things I thought about after, was like, man, I wonder if that's like when you're about to die imminently, if that's kind of the, you often think like your life flashes before your eyes, and that in itself seems so poetic, you know, your life flashing before your eyes. happy thoughts go through your head, maybe regrets go through your head. You think about all the things you've done and accomplished or haven't accomplished yet. But the reality is that you probably only have time to think something really foolish like, oh crap. It's kind of a weird way to think about it. And I thought that was interesting. Really, it was. Let's see. I'm gonna tear this roof out. I started doing it more steepled near the top, thinking that maybe if I did it like that, you guys would be able to see it poking out, but nope. There we go. So, this is basically... Oh, I used that word again. Hate it. And in fact, it's funny, I was watching a Judge Judy episode, like you guys know that I do, and there was this one defendant in the courtroom who kept using the word basically, and he used the word basically so much that they actually made it a sound bite for the episode, and the commercial for the episode, like, coming up next on Judge Judy. And then you have this guy going, basically. And then the judge saying some comment like, you know, what does basically even mean? Stop saying basically. Maybe that's where I got it from. I don't know. It's one of those things, you know, when you can't find the right words to say, because I just can't collect my thoughts. I am so exhausted. It's only about midnight right now, which to some people would be really late. For me, it's still a normal time of hour. But I got up pretty early today and did a huge amount of yard work. Just a massive amount of yard work. It's been staring me in the face for weeks. This is something that you if you're a homeowner, you can relate to. If not, maybe later on you'll be able to relate to it. Or if you're in a condo or an apartment or something like that, a dorm, then you probably you can't relate to it really right now. But maybe in the future, maybe you can appreciate it anyway. Is doing yard work and having to do, like, that's such an adult thing to do, is yard work, you know? It's like one of those things, you know, people always say, well, when you're a kid, I never want to grow up, I always want to be a kid. And I guess I probably had that mentality. I mean, look at what my day job is these days. This is my day job. You're watching it. I'm playing a video game, I'm having a blast, and I'm in my mind, I'm a kid still in that sense, you know? I get to enjoy being young at heart and enjoying a game and doing this game professionally. But one of those adult things, you know, apart from like paying bills and doing that kind of thing, is having to deal with the house you live in. And not only the house that you live in, but like the yard and doing yard work. And, you know, when you're a kid, those are chores. Those are chores that your parents make you do, because I can relate with the parents now and say, like, you know, I don't want to mow the lawn. I would gladly pay a kid an allowance to mow the lawn. It makes sense, because $2 or whatever you want to pay a kid, even $20, might not be too bad. I know that when I was maybe 10 years old or so, I used to mow the neighbor's yard for $20. And it got to the point where I think I was going there like once a week without even asking. I'd go there once a week, mow the lawn, and then go to the door and knock and be like, hi, I just mowed your lawn. Give me $20. And eventually, I think they stopped answering the door. I'd mow the lawn. They had a huge acre long yard, and I would mow it, and then I'd go to the door to collect, and no answer. Oh, it would be so bad. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, you know, I can really see how, like, when you're a kid, you think that chores suck. Imagine just having that responsibility for the foreseeable future. It's kind of a crazy thing to think about if you're a kid currently watching this and like you have chores. Like, oh well, your chore is that once a week or twice a week or even every day you have to do the dishes. Well, guess what? I have to do the dishes and the following list of things that are household things that you need to do to keep a nice house. You know? It's just kind of a crazy thing. And it's one of those things that, like, all through while I was growing up, I've often said this to people. I didn't get very much from my parents in terms of, like, allowance. I never got an allowance. And as such, like, I never really did any chores, though, either. Maybe I had it good in that way, but the reason that I didn't get any chores is because my dad is kind of crazy in that sense, and he actually really enjoys doing things like mowing the lawn and doing the things that would normally be considered chores. He enjoys them. So I wasn't really doing that kind of stuff. From an early teenage age, I was working my way to get my first car and my first computer. The first computer that like was mine, I had to save up for. I had to work. So I was working for my own on my own already. I didn't have him paying me an allowance to do chores and things like that. And so I wasn't really adapted to doing that kind of stuff. If I have a spoiled bone in my body, that would be it, and it comes more of as a regret than as being spoilt. In that, you know, I wasn't used to doing the chores, like mowing the grass and doing the dishes and, you know, other things like that. It's not to say that I didn't do them from time to time, but they weren't like a regular thing that I did so frequently that I was used to it or something like that. Instead, it was quite the opposite in that I was mostly keeping to myself a lot, and the chores, my parents did them, you know. When I moved out on my own for the first time, it was kind of a shock to my system having to manage. This is where I fell from before. I was exactly this high up and in this spot. So as you can imagine, I'm a little bit nervous right now. My pinky is pressing that shift key so hard that the shift key might actually invert itself. Falling here wouldn't be so bad. I could probably move myself to that water fast enough. But yeah, it was kind of a shock to my system moving out on my own and having to do chores on my own. And I think, like, people often think, like, if I could go back in time to when I was a kid, and I often say, like, oh, I wouldn't want to do it, you know, awkward years and having to deal with all the things that I had to deal with, and knowing so much now and not being able to apply what I know, and, you know, that kind of stuff. That is one thing, but one thing I think that I could actually bring to the table would be like, yeah, you have it good, previous me of the past. You have it pretty good. You don't have to worry about such little things as mowing the grass, raking the leaves, filling those. They got these little baggy things, these paper bags that you fill with yard debris, and leave at the end of the road, taking out the garbage every single week. I mean, it's the little things. It's so funny how I never really associated it before, but yeah, It's all part of being an adult. It's a crazy, crazy thing. So I'm going to leave it here. It's kind of an odd, the roof looks kind of odd right now, but I'm going to actually build it up from here. I'm going to be doing that for the next probably hour or so. It might not take me that long to do the whole thing. Probably about as long as it took me to take that old one down. So again, look at this spawn. It looks so awesome now. Huge improvement from the last map download, I think already. We got a new person on the server named Edson. Channel is Hi, my name is Edson, and the link is in the description. Posted his first episode. By the time you see this, it had been probably 4 or 5 days ago now. But check out his channel. It is in the description. I realized that I hadn't mentioned him earlier. And he joined a little earlier in May, about the 16th, I think it was. So check him out. But I don't think he's built anything quite yet. I'm not too sure. I know that Huck is building he's building up a storm. I think he wants to get as much done before the map download as possible. And he's doing a pretty good job. I can see it all from here. This is a little cobble house, not a dirt house, beginner home, but a cobble home. And he's got this little cool thing going with checker floor that I really like. As you know, I have a checker floor in my donor room at the bottom. So I like that. What else? Fabe's train station's looking really awesome from up here. It's really cool. What I would like to see, I'm getting so close to that edge. What I would like to see, Siri getting her house a little bit better than just some flowers. I'd like to see the hospital finished. I can just barely not see it from here. I think. Oh, maybe that. No, you know what? That's just the road going up. The hospital's beyond this. But I'd like to see maybe some buildings around here where those trees are. Maybe in around here where those trees are. I'd like to see more like that. But, or maybe a couple buildings on this side of the river. Maybe something there where Magnius's house should be. There's lots that could happen, and I can't wait in another 2 months what this place will look like again. It's just going to be another drastic change. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. So, thank you guys again, everybody who donated. It just means, it means the world to me, and I'm not exaggerating. It really, you guys are my world, so thank you so much. Links are all in the description. You should read it. The description. You'd benefit from reading my descriptions sometimes. But like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and do all those other awesome things that people do. We'll see you next time on TimeShot. Bye-bye. And look forward to those 2 other episodes with Jake and Huck coming up very shortly. Bye-bye.